welcome to tanima.com in this session of Indian Cultural Career Corner. Today, we are going to interview and speak with Akshi Dhiman. Welcome to the interview, Akshi.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, Akshi Dhiman, you are a musician, and I know that your YouTube release, Mere Humsafar, that got 7 lakh and 2,000 views in the last 4 months. Please tell us about that project and who selected you as a lead singer. Please share some details.
Well, that's a complete surprise for me as well. I started that song. That's just another cover song for me. Right. And I released it on my own channel, and nobody just recommended me the song. It's my own choice. And luckily I got the views there and it got viral and it got such a nice and decent views. Yeah.
Fantastic. So it was your idea and your execution that, I think that means that you have all the leadership qualities. Even I saw your resume that reflects a lot of your leadership talent that we will discuss in this interview.
So thank you so much.
Yes. So you are a singer, like I said, and as is apparent from your YouTube videos, and you are also an Indian classical vocalist. So as a musician, how do you see yourself?
As a musician, I see myself more as an educator because I started my music career while teaching students, and I gave my 6 to 7 years in Indian classical music. And I took training from Gandharv and Prayag. And after that, I started teaching students, and I started from NGOs and some of the progressive schools of Noida. So for me, my musical journey is more of teaching and learning Indian classical music with less of shows.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. So the next question is, related to that. So you are a full-time music teacher in a school. We would like to know the details of how did you discover that opportunity and how was the selection process like?
So I just started my job last year, and I got selected at the time of COVID. So it's very difficult to get the job at that time. I just randomly giving and posting my resumes to schools of Noidas randomly. And suddenly one day I got a mail from one of the schools in which I have selected, called Lotus Valley near Amity, Sector 126. So I got there, and there are 4 rounds in that in that interview, and I got selected after the 4 rounds. And first 2 rounds were like very normal, basic introduction. Well, the fourth round with the director and with the panel. So I also sing some of the rags. The principal told me to sing. So that was the process. And I got selected at the time of COVID, and I started my school online. Full 1 year, I teach students online. And few months before, I just went there offline, and I started teaching there offline.
Wow. Again, this calls for a lot of courage and strength and a positive mindset. I mean, firstly, you did not stop yourself, or you did not go into depression. Now it is lockdown, what to do? You kept applying and you got the opportunity amidst that. And you also took the risk of starting to teach in an online mode. So that's really great. Awesome.
Yeah, that's a complete task for me. That's Awesome. Because teaching music online is something I cannot think of. Unless and until I started doing it, I didn't realize that we can do it online as well.
And that too in a batch of students, a one-on-one. Even I teach one-on-one music classes. But when you are enrolled as a full-time teacher with a school, I think the risk is 100x more risk, and so much of excitement and so much of challenges.
I agree.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Okay. We'll go to the next question. What we want to know is basically, you started your career as a music teacher. We want to know a little bit of technical details of what did you teach initially when you started teaching online? What was your first lesson like? How did you decide?
See, for my private classes, I generally go for basic sargams, alalankars in classical music, like saregama padanisa, and also it varies from a student point of view. Like if there's age group of 4 to 5 years, so I go for basic sargams and basic alankars for small kids. And if there is a different age group, like office going students or the college going students, so they have their intention towards learning Indian classical music. So some of them take Indian classical music because they want to pursue it professionally. They want to pursue it professionally, and they want to give exams of Prayag and Gandharv. So they wanted to enroll for examinations as well. And some of the students just be there because as a hobby, because they have their interest, their willingness to learn. So I teach them. I teach both of them, and I separate their batch accordingly. And I teach likewise. And in the school, there is more of songs. And in school, there is also some clubs, and students can select their own club, like Indian classical music or Western classical music. So in that club, I teach Indian classical, and generally I teach the songs according to the assemblies and according to the functions they are having. More of.
Okay, a part of it basically it depends on the school administration and their system of song,
right,
what they want students to learn. Okay, fantastic.
Correct.
Yeah. So the next question is, one second. Yeah. So how many students do you have right now in your school?
See, I teach this. I don't know the exact figure actually. So I teach 22 sections in school. And in one section, there is around 20 to 25 students. And in some section, there is more than that as well. So I cannot have exact figure, the number of students I'm teaching. So
that's a lot of
there are lots of classes. Yeah, lots of students. A lot of sections they are having, actually.
Okay. Wow.
Even for the clubs and even for their normal general classes of music.
Wow. Then it may be more than 100, right? 100 or 200.
Yes, we can get an approx figure, maybe. Yes.
Right. Okay. So on a daily basis, how long do you teach? I mean, music classes, like 8 hours.
I hardly get two periods and a break free.
Okay, rest of the time you're teaching.
It's a complete packed. Yeah, my classes are like back to back.
Wow, that's awesome. So it's like a full time as any other normal teacher in school.
Yes, we can say
the schedule. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And so in music as well, I mean the subject that you teach, do they conduct tests and exams in school?
Not in school, but they have regular assessments there, through which by the end of the year we can assess them, and according to that, in the normal classes only. So according to that, I give them grades by the end of the year or by their half yearly sessions. So likewise, we give them marks, but not in the private classes, because the students there, those who are pursuing professionally, so they have to go for the exams and everything. So like
right. That. Okay.
So they'll be having their yearly exams. The private ones, they'll be having their yearly exams, and the practical ones and the written ones separately.
Yeah, in Prayag system, like we have. Yeah, I have also done my diploma from Prayag, so I like that in your resume.
Oh, wow,
it feels feels very good. You know, whenever I see somebody in the resumes, Prayag Sangeet Samiti.
Yeah, it feels so good. Yeah, she knows about it.
Who?
You know about it.
Oh yeah, definitely, yes. We have, look, I have given all my exams from Prayag only. Even in fine arts, I have a diploma. In Rabindra Sangeet, till 4th year I had given, and in classical 5th year.
Rabindra Sangeet is the complete beautiful music.
Rabindra Sangeet it's different, it's hard also. It's different kind of hard.
It's different, but it's beautiful.
True.
The compositions of the songs and everything is very beautiful.
Yeah, and to be very honest, I should, so even if this is an interview format, but I would like to mention that from your singing style and your voice texture, I feel if you sing Rabindra Sangeet, it'll sound really well. You should really try
I tried.
recording.
I tried once.
Oh,
And yeah, and I felt from there I got introduced about the Rabindra Sangeet. And before that, I was not aware of Sir Rabindra Sangeet and everything. But fortunately, my Guruji is Bengali, so
oh,
she told me about Rabindra Sangeet, and at Rabindra Sangeet last after few months before, I performed in some of the Kalibadi's
wow. In
yeah
Delhi.
in, yeah, in Noida, in
Hmm.
one of the function, and I
Hmm.
sing there one of the Rabindra Sangeet, and I just
Wow. Who is your Guruji?
Shahana Banerjee, Miss Shahana
Shahana
Banerjee,
Banerjee.
yeah,
Wow. She's a famous vocalist, right? She lives in Delhi, Noida.
Noida,
Oh, wow. Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yes, I mean, you have a very powerful voice, the kind of voice that goes very well with Rabindra Sangeet songs. Yeah, you should do that more, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to try that.
Yeah. Okay. Next, we would like to know about the highlights in your musical journey so far. According to you, what are those moments in life which you consider were the highlights when you thought that this is a good leap in my professional career path?
Actually, my career after 12th standard is full of hit and trials, and I gave lots and lots of hit and trials. Trust me, I went for BCom honors. I completed that. I completed CS after that, and I have done just executive of CS. And meanwhile, my music was going on with that. And I have no idea that I'm going to pursue music as my professional life. Like professionally, I will earn through music. So that's a very secondary yet important for me. But that was nowhere in my mind ki I have to pursue music as my career. But slowly and gradually, I got selected in some of the MNCs and corporates. I have tried, various internships of digital marketing, reconciliation, accountancies, and everything. And my music was there with me. But there is one workshop in Hoskas village. That's a workshop for every Indian classical educator in Delhi and Noida. So
Mm-hmm.
I went there on Saturday, Sundays, and I took that workshop and I gathered the confidence. Through there, I got one NGO and I started teaching them Saturday, Sundays,
Hmm.
only on Saturday, Sundays. And that was a 3 month project. I did that. And after that, I left my internship because the period of internship got over after 3 months. I left it and I started teaching in the NGOs. After 3 months, I joined one school called Prakriti. That's a progressive school. I go there once in a week, and I started teaching there as a music facilitator. So that's not my full time professional job, but somewhere I got inside teaching as a music educator. And after that, the COVID happens. 2020 and 2021 took the whole 2 years, and I kept on, trying for school for full time music teacher, Indian classical only. And I tried in various school. DPS also I got selected, but for that's got stuck in between because of the COVID thing. And after that, I
Hmm.
got job in Lotus Valley School, and I got a call from there. So that's how my journey for music happened. So highlight of it, it's like that's my big decision where I dropped my internship, corporate internship, and I like I want to do this. This is
True.
more, I can even earn better here. Also, by side,
Yes.
I started recording my, I started recording my own covers slowly and gradually. I picked up that hype, and I never worked for any label till now. Maybe later
Mm-hmm.
I'll do. But
Yeah, you are very
what
young. You're
I
just, huh.
what I think is working as an independent artist is very important nowadays. So I believe in that, and I started doing some of my, covers. Though no
Hmm.
original yet, but I have worked in others' original as a female vocalist. And for in on my page, I have done few of my covers only, and Mere Hamsafar is one of them. For me, that's just another cover, but I'm very happy and glad that I got so much of nice views and be very decent. It's a very uh, that's very. I feel like I felt very happy after getting so much of love. Even from Pakistan, I got lovely comments from there and a lot of support from people. Uh, like
Yeah, this
it's
is so
wonderful
encouraging. I mean,
experience. It's
when,
a
yeah,
wonderful experience for me. Yeah.
perfect. So now I'll come to one by one highlights. Firstly, how did you discover that workshop and who was conducting that?
I was Saskia Rao was conducting that
Okay, they play
workshop.
that cello player, right?
Yes, absolutely true. She is a famous artist, very popular artist, Saskia Rao,
Yes.
and she
Yeah.
runs a workshop, Sangeet for All, in Hoskas village.
Hmm.
Sorry,
Hmm.
Hoskas village. She learns that. She runs that yeah workshop. So from there, I took her workshop multiple times, and from there I got that NGO actually.
The second point that I really loved that you mentioned it, you could earn better. I want to talk about this and I want to promote just this clip and share it among aspiring musicians. Music teachers and music teaching career is actually more affluent than digital marketing jobs. There are, which is so competitive. It is, firstly, it is hard to get jobs, and also they don't pay well at all. Yeah, I
Yes,
like that. Okay. And
yes,
even the third
absolutely.
highlight which you said is when during lockdown, I was hearing a lot of negativity, negative comments from the performing arts community from all over India. It is so refreshing to know from a young musician that you took that challenge and you turned it into an opportunity. You started applying to music schools when they were actually hiring for full-time music teachers, and online education actually boomed during that time. You took opportunity of that time. This is actually
Yes,
how leaders behave during challenges. They look for positive things amidst the dark times. They look for opportunities in challenges. So hats off to you, Akshi Dhiman. I'm so
thank you
grateful
so
to
much.
to get an opportunity to
Thank you.
get to know you and to know your inspirational story. Yeah, we will move on. Next is yes, one of my next. Uh, I see that. Is that a guitar at your back? Yellow color. What is that?
No, that's a ukulele. It's more like a prop.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool. And what other
it's a
instruments do
very
you play?
cute. I play generally keys. So for with Indian classical, there is complementary harmonium is there, but I know how to play keyboards and its chord a little bit, so that I can play with the song that I am singing. So yeah, more of keys,
Okay, but
more
you
of
also
keys
play the tabla.
and less tabla. Yeah, I learned tabla of about 1 year from Prayag only, and I know the basics, bowl and tals of tabla as well.
That's fantastic. I like your diverse interest in learning new instruments in various classical instruments. That really gives an edge to a vocalist, to a musician, I believe. That's
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Um, okay, now the next question is, so apart from your fixed salary that you draw from your school employment, what are the other sources of income that you have? It could be musical or non-musical. Please share some details if possible.
Yes. So recently I sing in one of Indian film. I don't know the much detail about that film right now. But I so I recorded my vocals there, and and also with some of the independent artists, those who want me to, to be the female vocalist in their song. So through that, I get a very nice and decent amount if I choose to, be a part of that project. So that's part that projects are for me. It's like you know very occasional, I can say. But obviously, my school salary is stable, and my private classes. Also, I earn from my private classes. So there are some of
Yes.
my personal needs, and also I go in one of the academy there here, and so yeah, that's my additional earning. Also, when I record some of the stuffs and everything, so that's complimentary thing
Hmm.
for as a like a part of earning for me, extra
Hmm.
earning for me.
Yeah, perfect. So partnership projects and also with independent
Partnership projects,
artists.
I can yes. Also, some of the directors, talk to me about their films and about their songs. So I
Hmm.
have also took that opportunity
Cool.
few months before. So let's see how it happens now, and
Yes, yes.
what
Yeah,
kind of
keep at it. This is awesome. It's good to know because since
that.
we are talking about careers and this is something we want to know from all musicians, what all they are doing. Because honestly, not much of this data is available in the market. Not too many people are talking about it. But we want to share
Right.
this with aspiring musicians also and to uh, generally generate a positive, vibes even in the ecosystem, even in a small way. So yeah, thank you for sharing the
Absolutely.
information.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now coming to, I know you're very young and you may not be thinking about financial investments, but yeah, since we are having this conversation, I would like to know how do you manage it? Do you listen to your parents or you have a financial advisor?
My
How do you invest your money?
expenses are higher than my salary. And I
True.
nowhere think about my investment thing, and I have no that corner in my mind to invest my money very effectively. Abhi to nahi, not as of now.
Yeah,
But
at
yeah,
this age, even we never thought of
yeah,
doing this.
not as
Okay,
of
great.
now. And yes, and I'm very um, a very girly girl kind of girl, and I want to buy everything if I have money with me. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
something like
awesome.
that. Yeah. So some of the parts, some percentage of my salary, obviously I save in my account, but not as such investment and anything. Not interested in
Hmm.
that as of now. Not at all.
Okay, cool, cool. Okay, we'll move forward.
Yes.
Now comes the rapid fire round. And I will ask the
Yes.
question. Please try to respond within 2 seconds.
Okay. Sure.
Your top five vocalists in India.
Sonu Nigam, Shreya Ghoshal, Rekha Bhardwaj, Shilpa Rao, and Shankar Mahadevan.
Perfect. Even I am a
Right.
big fan of Shilpa Rao. Yes. Second question. Your one and the most favorite Bollywood singer.
Sonu Nigam, die hard fan of Sonu Nigam.
Yeah, me
I
too.
just love that person so much.
True,
I wish
true,
I could
true.
I can meet him before I die.
Maybe you will. Maybe you will. Yeah,
I
someday.
wish I could. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. At what age did you start your earning money from your musical career? The first salary
When
or first.
19-year-old I was.
Wow, that's really inspiring. And do you give auditions for music productions?
Not for music production specifically, but I
Hmm.
gave audition once in Indian Idol, and I got
Oh,
selected in three. I got selected in 3 rounds, and after that, I think I don't know
wow.
how
Wow,
that
that's awesome.
reality shows process further. I don't know
Hmm.
about the much reality of that thing, but yeah, I
Hmm.
went there and I gave auditions. Around like 3 rounds were there, and I got selected. And after that, I was filtered, maybe because of some of the reasons out there.
Hmm. True,
Yeah.
true. And they have total 3 rounds only. How
Uh,
many rounds?
See, if
Huh.
we go to that place, the destinations which they give for every specific city. If you go there, sorry, am I audible?
Yes, now you're audible.
So if you go there as in a particular city for that specific destination, so you have to give 3 rounds, at least 3 rounds,
Okay.
for that, and after that they will take you further. Maybe they have their own, they have their own rules to, to filter the contestants out there.
Cool. Yeah, cool. And the next question, how many recording projects have you done so far? Like film recordings, those sort of.
Film recordings is one, which I have done a couple of months before. And
Cool.
independent artist, with independent artist, I have done 2 projects. One is a Punjabi song and one is a Hindi song.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And the next question is name of the record labels that you dream to work with someday.
I haven't think about it much because I am more of, following some independent, as an independent artist, I believe, to build my career. But Sony Music, I can say, T-Series, and I don't know many other, labels to which I can work with.
Cool.
So it's about an opportunity I'll be getting. I'll choose according to that.
Yes, absolutely. And so you are a Sangeet Visharad. When you introduce yourself as a musician, wherever you go, either for an audition or for any job or any project, do you mention that when your introduction?
Absolutely, I do that because of that I'm here. Because of that, I have courage to do this hidden trials, and I can switch my jobs very frequently and easily. So of course that's a very important thing for me to have as my career or as my education.
Absolutely. On this note, on this note, I would like to share this message with our audience and to aspiring musicians that whatever titles that you have had in your resume, Sangeet Visharad, Sangeet Prabhakar, please mention it. Please mention it more often wherever you go, because that's a part of your identity and you should be proud of it. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. And last but not the least, your top 3 career goals right now.
My first goal is to be an independent artist. As I told you before, my originals I haven't released yet, but soon I'll be releasing my originals as well. So yeah, first is that. Second, I want to build my own academy. I have to own it. Third can be like my students and my music family, and I can, I want my students to give a platform to sing, and I want them to perform on various, levels. So I want to see them, of course, there. So more of as a music educator, I want to build myself also as an independent artist. So we can conclude with this. So this will be my answer.
Wow, perfect. And that's a very magnanimous response coming from such a young person like you, as a musician, as a music professional, that you also care about your students' growth, that they should also get the visibility, and you are not just looking for the spotlight on you. Wow, awesome. Now, lastly, this is not part of the interview, but since we spoke so much, we would like to know a little bit about your personal journey. Where were you born, and how did your music training started, and probably when did you really started enjoying singing, if you could share in brief?
So I born and brought up in Noida only, and my school was SSC Convent School. That's a Christian school, and I was in a music choir, but till 8th standard, not after that. So because of the academic pressure, so my parents are more strict towards academically, more inclined towards academic. And so when I was in 5th standard, there is one of the competition in my school on 15th August. So I have to sing one of the patriotic songs. And Mere Watan Ke Logo I have sung. I tried with and I started matching my voice with the original artist, and I was like, I just, I want to like, I want to sing like that. Also, the Sonu Nigam songs, where I feel like so melodious. I want to sing like that. He's like, his voice is so like touch my heart, and it just melts in my heart. I want to sing like that. And my parents observed this within myself as a child, and with the best of their knowledge, they admitted me in one of the music academy as an Indian classical, with one of the Indian classical educator. I went there and I started practicing few songs and rags there, though that was not a professional training. But from 6th, 7th and 8th I started singing. And I started taking music as something like people started appreciating my voice, and I started singing with my family gatherings and everything. So from there started yes, Akshi and music you know are overlapping somewhere.
Yeah.
So there is, from there I got one very nice alternate beside my academics. Yes, I can do that as well. So from there I started my
Perfect.
choosing music as a very strong alternate.
Hmm.
And I took that as my career. Well,
Okay. So basically, so your family, are there musicians in your family?
no one.
Wow. So I mean, you nurtured your own musicality on your own accord. I mean, naturally, as a natural part of
Yes,
your upbringing.
absolutely.
Wow. Perfect. It was great talking to you, Akshi Dhiman, and we look forward to speak with you and staying in touch. Thank you so much for your time. Namaskar.
Thank you so much. Okay, bye bye.